Yeah, no, I'm going to talk about the price. I'm not talking about you. Yeah.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome from wherever we're tuning in from, because I'm pretty sure that we have people from different parts of the country. So it's a pleasure to have everyone here. Today's a special day for us, and this event is a special one for us. Reason being is because it's the book launch for our friend, our brother, our cousin, and even our son is going to be launching his book titled Against All Odds. Wow, it's an amazing feat, especially for those of us that know the stories and even maybe played parts in some of the various things. So it's really a remarkable feat for him. Congratulations once again, Tosin. And yes, it's definitely a show of resilience and definitely a show of somebody whose God's grace is upon. So it's a pleasure to be here hosting the session. My name is Oluwatosin. Myself and Tosin, we go back. We were classmates back in school, Pan Atlantic University. We both studied mass communication and we were a part of the amazing set of 2024. That's last year. So, in case you're wondering, that's why I had to give that background. Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to give us a quick rundown of the agenda for today. So we're going to start off with the opening and welcome, and then we're going to have the author's opening address. So Tosin is going to drop a word or two for us, and then we move on to the book trailer. From there, we have read an excerpt from his favorite part of the book. And then we're going to have conversation and even audience interaction. So for those of you in the audience section that have questions for us, it's your chance. The author is here with us live and direct. So whatever is on your mind, you could just always ask him. And then we're going to move on to the guest testimonials. And then we would have the book launch details and purchase information. It will be put in the chat session, and then we'll move on to the closing remarks, and then everybody would we will call the session, we'll officially be able to close the session. So before we get into it, I'm just going to give us a little bit of an overview of who our author is for those that don't know him on a personal level. So Oluwatosin Lawrence is a curious and driven individual who expresses ideas through various means and does it with an aim to inform and spark meaningful conversations. As a published writer featured on national newspapers and the Global Voices platform, he prefers to use his words to highlight important stories that matter. He approaches life with an elevated mindset and a positive outlook, no matter what the circumstances, with his favorite saying, nobody pushes you to be your better, nobody pushes you your best better than yourself. So stop making excuses. Let me take that again. Nobody pushes you to your best better than yourself. So stop making excuses. Excuses are for weak people. He also reflects on the self-driven philosophy. He is also committed to daily self-improvement and self-development, embracing new experiences and expanding his horizon through collaboration with diverse people and ideas. This is just something short to say about him, although there's more to say, but time wouldn't really permit. Tosin, am I right? Or is there anything you want to add to this short
I
biography I've
think
given
I
on you?
think that's a very good way to just keep up. Yeah.
Uh, okay, so it's your turn. It's your time now. We are expecting an opening address or opening remark from you. So Tosin, I'm going to give you the floor. Thank
All right. So good morning, everyone. My name is Tosin Lawrence. I'm the author behind the book Against All Odds. Where do I even start from? It's been a crazy journey. Let's just say that. At least for Loju, we're in the same class. He knows the struggles I went through. Some of my classmates too are actually on this call too as well. They also know the struggles I went through. Um, you know, with academics, even non-academics too, as well. So I faced quite a lot of should I call them stumbling blocks, and some of them seemed almost impossible to scale over at that point, but I thank God for God's grace, God really saw me through the entire journey. Not even from now, I think ever since I was young, I've constantly had. I think it's a normal thing in life, having to face battles. Everybody faces battles, you know. So I would say that ever since I was young, I've always had something, one or two battles that I'm facing, you know. And one way or the other, with the help of God, family, friends, loving people around me, I've always been able to scale through, So with that being said, I'd just like to say a very, very big thank you for all the support that I've gotten. I'm the kind of person that normally, if you know me very well, I execute my plans a lot, you know. And I do it with or without any expectations, because I'm the kind of person that I believe that if you set an expectation to something, you can easily be disappointed, you know. But the main point is that you should just get up and do what it is that you want to do, And that's what I chose to do. This book took me about 7 months to write. 7 months of a lot of emotions running up and down. There was only a point in time that I had to take a month break of writing it because it was just a lot for me. At least from the people that have read it so far, the majority of them were shedding tears. I feel like I've exhausted all my tears. And I'm in a very, very good space right now. And I feel very, very happy. The fact that I was able to even share my story, I feel very, very joyous. I'm just filled with gratitude, and I owe this to you guys too as well. You guys made this possible. Obviously, no one can do anything on their own. You need people around you to achieve things that I want to achieve. And I'm very, very lucky and blessed to have, number one, a loving family, friends, even people that I don't even know too. Like, it's crazy because people who you don't know sometimes can actually be your biggest supporters, and I just find it quite amazing. And as you have all chosen to honor me, may God honor you too as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Tosin. 7 months writing a book, it just shows resilience because, it means there were stumbling blocks along the way. The average person typically would have given up. They'd be like, whoa, I cannot come and kill myself. But it shows that he pushed and he told himself that, yes, I can do it. Whatever I set my mind to do, I can do it and I will do it. So we're going to take the book trailer now and turn over to you.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen with this in a moment. Hi guys, my name is Tosin Lawrence and I'm the author of the book Against All Odds. Now, I would be lying if I told you that I would have expected myself to be seated here talking about a book I wrote. This is one of the very last things I thought I would have ever done in my life. But here I am, sharing my story on my academic journey, the struggles I faced, both academic and non-academic. I'm really happy to share this book with you all, and I really hope and pray that this book inspires a lot of people, because I feel like my story is one that is quite relatable, and I feel like a lot of people, both young and old, could possibly relate with my story. I remember when I was in school one time, and I was working with a group of my friends, 2 girls, 2 boys, plus me making that 3 boys. I remember the time we were walking and we were talking about how excited we were for graduation, and me too. Also, yeah, I'm so excited, knowing at the back of my mind that I'm not really sure if I'm going to see this day with my friends. I really had a lot of self-doubt back then. Back then, I used to speak a lot of negative things to myself. I just really wasn't sure about how things were going to pan out. But thankfully, I fought through it all and I came out on top. Special shout out to my friend Henry. Henry was someone who motivated me. I remember one time at the cafeteria, close to the cafeteria in school, and I just met him there. Like, yo, Henry, man, I'm not really sure if I'm going to graduate. I think he was the first person I actually told this to, like plainly. I was like, bro, I'm not sure how it's going to work out. And Henry was so instrumental to me graduating. Henry is 2 years younger than me, like school-wise. When I was in year 4, he was in year 2. Now, one thing I want to say is that no matter how old or young you are, God can use anyone to make you reach your destination. Henry was very, very instrumental to me reaching my goal. I have a feeling that if I hadn't had that conversation with him, I may not be here giving this story, this testimony now. So yeah, with that being said, I really, really hope that this book inspires thousands, if not millions or billions of people, I'm just really, really grateful to be sitting here, sharing this book with you all, This book is one of the story of resilience, of the fact that you should never ever give up. Never ever give up. Because trust me, you can do anything you put your mind to. You can do anything. If I can do it, I believe anybody can do it. There's zero excuses for why you cannot do it. I was never the best in school. In fact, I haven't thought I was like an average student, just getting by, So yeah, this book is really interesting. I touch on a lot of matters: money, girls, academics, usual stuff, friendship, relationships, So yeah, enjoy this book, and when you've read it, I would really love to hear what you think about the book. Have a nice day, and God bless.
Definitely a story of resilience. And yeah, special shout out to Henry. I don't even know if he's on the call as of right now, but I mean, I said a real guy, a real G. Okay, so we're moving on to the live book reading. And so Tosin, this is your part again. So what is going to happen now is you're going to pick your favorite part of the book and just read it out to us. Maybe a favorite scene, something like that. Just share with us so that well, even for those that haven't read the book, they're able to have an idea of, oh, this is what I'm to expect. So you have the floor.
Okay, so I would take chapter 4. I think I'll just read what I wrote. I hope it doesn't take too long. Okay. So chapter 4, the title is The Moment I Thought Would Never Come. If you had asked me at the start of my 4th year whether I would have graduated, I'd have told you that I didn't think it was possible. I battled through a lot of deferred courses, carryovers that I hadn't completed. And truthfully, I didn't plan myself well when I first got into the school. And if I could go back, I would have done a better job preparing before entering. My final year was nothing short of a battle, a very, very serious battle. I faced so many trials and tribulations, sometimes I even wondered I haven't wondered to now how I managed to survive. It was even so bad that in my final year, my course load actually exceeded the recommended amount of units, like it really shot above the recommended amount of units. Not many people know this. I think just my parents, friends, and Miss Judith. Yes, I remember. So yes, my course load exceeded the recommended number of units for any given semester. It was very, very intense, overwhelming, and was just a lot. I remember one day clearly, I went to my course coordinator's office. I sat across her and I poured out my situation to her. We had a long, honest conversation, and she listened to me. After that talk, I made up my mind that I was going to take on all the courses, no dropping anything, no excuses, just focus and determination. I don't think I've ever been that locked in my entire life. Because of everything going on in my life, I found myself heading to the library almost every day. I wasn't doing it for show. I wasn't doing it to prove anything to anyone. I was doing it because I knew what was at stake. My graduation was on the line. I'm so thankful to my family and friends, eternally grateful. Most importantly, I'm grateful to God for granting me the strength I needed. Because looking back at it now, I'm 100% sure that if someone told me to repeat what I did my final year, I wouldn't be able to do it. not physically, not emotionally. It was a clear sign of God's hand in my life. Yes, I cried. Yes, I had moments filled with negative thoughts. I doubted myself more times than I can count. I felt like I was never enough, especially academically. But I never let that hold me down. I wiped my tears, silenced the voices in my head, and I kept moving forward. I prevailed against all odds.
Wow, that was, I won't say inspirational. I mean, it just kind of reminded me of your favorite quote again that says, nobody pushes you to your best better than yourself. So stop making excuses. Excuses are for weak people. I mean, this small portion of the book that you read showed that you had a challenge and showed that you didn't give excuses. You overcame and you pushed to actually make sure that you graduated and you graduated in time. So it's very, very, very impressive. So once again, congratulations, Tosin. So we are going to move to the conversation and audience interaction. So how it's going to go is we're going to have, do I want to say fastest fingers? So I'm going to ask three questions first. Then we're going to take the first two questions that come in the chat session. So Tosin, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. So while writing this book, or even before you wrote this book, was there a specific moment or experience that made you say, this book has to be written?
Yes, actually. It was actually during my graduation, but I wasn't even sure at that point whether I really wanted to write it. It was just a thought that was in my mind, you know. It was just a thought that was in my mind, but I didn't really think I would write it, you know. In fact, actually, I had a couple of ideas in my mind. It was either I wrote a book or I filmed like a visual and just tell the story. But I just thought, you know what, let me just write a story about it. I remember when I climbed the stage for my graduation, um, there was a lot of noise, you know. I can still remember that day vividly. Majority because at least those that knew the story, they knew what really happened, you know. I can't really put it into words. And to me personally, I really feel like this book doesn't really capture everything that really answered, you know, that really happened. It's a lot deeper than what this story really tells, you know. But I still felt like I was able to capture it pretty well, you know. So I just said that yeah, well during my graduation that I really just feel like, you know what, I just feel the need to encourage people out there, you know, because I know for a fact that I'm definitely not the only one that has. I'm not the first. I'm definitely not the last to have gone through such a situation, you know. And I just really feel the need to encourage people out there that no matter what it is that you're going through, you can always prevail. There's zero excuses for what you can and cannot do, you know. So yeah, that's that.
Okay, thank you, Tosin. So, I mean, earlier on, you stated that it took you 7 months to write this book. So, I mean, this brings us to my second question. I mean, amongst all the challenges you must have faced while writing this book, which one would
No.
you say was the most challenging of all?
Hmm. I face plenty challenges. A lot of counseling, rewriting, you know, um, yeah, a lot of counseling. There wasn't a point in time I had to even start all over again, you know, because I just felt like I wasn't capturing it as well as I was. Another challenge I faced too was a lot of tears. A lot of tears. You know, when you're really, really in your emotions, you know, it's kind of hard to convey who you're feeling, who your feelings into words, you know. So I'll say that I forced a lot of tears, you know. Obviously, I'm not one to publicly cry, you know. I'll probably go into my room or something and let out my emotions, that kind of stuff. But I'll say that my main challenges I faced was having to restart a couple of times and yes, yeah, that's that.
Beautiful. Okay, so what would you say are the core messages that you hope for the readers to take away from your book against all odds?
Okay, as I mentioned already, I think the main moral I'm just trying to let people know is that there's really nothing you cannot do, honestly. Um, this life that we're all living, if we didn't have any challenges to face, I don't think life would be sweet. You know, it's a must for you to go through hurdles. Um, it's a must for you to go through hurdles. You know, I feel like it even makes the story even sweeter, a lot more interesting too. You know, and I think yeah, that's just it. The main message. Just believe in yourself. At least if nobody believes in you, believe in yourself. I believed in myself, and I was able to conquer. And just really happy. I'm really really grateful because looking back, it really seemed impossible. You know, I don't even know what else to say. I'm just super grateful, and the fact that it took me 7 months to write, I'm sure you can imagine the amount of tears and all the emotions I ran through. I'm just really grateful. Just really grateful.
Definitely, writing is not easy, man. A lot of back and forth, going back to the drawing board, looking at this word, does it convey the right emotions? What can I change it with? Stuff like that. So definitely, it's understandable as to why it took 7 months, especially as it's not just like a fictional story, it's real life. I mean, it's a story and it's your story that you are telling. So it's really, really good. Okay, so we're going to move to the chat session now. Does anyone have questions? If you do, you can drop it for Tosin. Or to even make it more interesting, we're going to give room for one person to turn on their video and unmute and ask Tosin a question too. So any volunteers? Do we have anyone in the house that wants to ask Tosin anything?
Yes,
Sorry,
please.
you don't have to turn your camera on. You can just omit some mic if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, I have a question. Can I go ahead?
Yes, feel free, feel free.
What would you say that your parents played in helping you or challenging you to be to write this book?
How to even thank them enough, ever since me and my siblings were young, my parents have always given us the best, because of my parents, me and my siblings were able to experience, living in another country, my parents have always gone all out for us, even at the expense of the benefits that are meant to be for them. I'm just really, really grateful to them. I'll say that I remember those a particular part of the book where I wrote about I suffered a suspension at a point during my book. So I remember that when I called my parents about it, right, I was very, very worried. You know that feeling of you feel like you let down your family name, just a lot of bad thoughts around my mind. My parents never ever made me feel like I was left. I even remember during that period of my suspension, even if let's say I wanted to go out to maybe watch a movie or something, they will still allow me to go out. I still feel like some people may not be privileged enough to have that kind of experience with their parents. Some parents be like, ah, no, you that got suspended, sit outside the house, sit outside the house, you know, that kind of stuff. But I'm just really, really grateful to them because they never ever made me feel like I was not enough. They always encourage me, and I'm forever grateful. Like, in fact, I owe them the world basically. And I really pray that God blesses me in time to be able to give back to them, because they've really done their best for me and my siblings. I'm just forever grateful for them. Yeah.
Okay. We have somebody else. You have the floor, Mr. or Mrs. Jeje Louis.
Hello, my name's Angela. Congratulations on your new book today. Tosin, I just wanted to know what's the advice you would give to your younger self?
What advice would I give to my younger self? That's a very, very good question. What advice should I give to my younger self? Okay, I'll say that growing up, as I said already, my parents already gave us the best of the best, So for a large majority of my life, I would say that I was a happy child, But I'll say that if there's one advice I'll give to myself, it would be to just, as I mentioned already, just believe in yourself. Anything that you want to do, right, it starts with yourself before any other person, keys into your dream. It starts with you. The moment you start doing whatever it is that you want to do, any other form of support from your parents, friends, family would always come after. But the main part is that believe in yourself first. Believe in yourself. For a majority part of my life, I did not really have that self-belief, I had a lot of self-doubt, and I was able to overcome it all. And here I am. At least I don't have those feelings anymore. I'm just very, very grateful for that. So yeah, just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. That's it.
Do you know when you're going to write your next book?
Okay, that's a very good question. Funnily enough, I was actually speaking to my parents about that today. So most likely, what the plan is to actually bring out like a remastered version of this current one, because I feel like there are other parts that I did not touch on that I will definitely still touch on. Because trust me, this journey is is crazy. It's insane, if you permit me to use this word. It's I can't fully you just have to have been there. Let's just say that you have to have been me to really understand what really happened. And it's so crazy because during the entire journey, if you saw me during that time, you wouldn't even know that I'm facing all these things. There was a point in time during my final year that there was a day that I wrote 4 whole exams. And I remember one of my friends told me, like, so you're looking very, very calm. Is it that you don't have any exams today? I said, huh? Me that I have 4 exams. She was like, you're looking very, very relaxed. So I said, yeah, like, I know that I'll be fine. At that point in time, I already settled that, Tosin, you really put in the effort, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And I put in the effort. I cleared all the 4 exams. That day, I can never forget it in my entire life. From one exam, I went straight into the next one, went to the next one, went to the next. And I'm just really, really grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, wow. Tosin, I know we said we're going to take 2 questions from the audience originally, but it's looking like people are enjoying the session really much. So we're just going to take the next 2 people, Miss
Yeah.
Mrs. Tolu Fabuludi, and there's somebody with Zoom user.
It's
I
a
don't know who
mister.
the person
It's a
is,
mister.
but you have the floor. So Zoom user can go first. I think she had her hand up first. Thank
Zoom is it's you next. I don't know the person's name.
Oh, so sorry. I didn't actually know my name is on. My name is congratulations to the proud mom and dad as well.
Okay.
My question
Thank you
is,
very
what is
much.
that one thing that really motivated you to put your pen on the paper?
Okay, to write the book, right?
Yes, please. That one thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think just, being able to motivate other people. If you know me very well, if you follow me on my socials, you know that I'm the kind of person that I like to talk a lot, on things that would motivate people, especially on my TikTok. I'm not your blue, no, but well, I know that I'm the kind of person that I like to, motivate people, to become the best versions of themselves, because I know how it feels to not believe in yourself, I know how it feels to not believe in yourself. And trust me, once you're able to get rid of that phase and actually start speaking good things to your life, trust me, your whole life will change. Because there was a point in time where there was lots of negative stuff I was saying to myself. So, in fact, it was very, very bad. But the moment I started changing what I said to myself, as they say, the power of life and death is in the tongue, So speak what you want for yourself and what will become a reality. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we have the last person. Okay, since they've dropped their hand. Since they've dropped their hand.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, Tosin. I am super proud of you. I honestly did not even know you were writing this book. It was when I talked to you recently, I was like, wow, I'm actually surprised and I am really proud of you. I think the question I had was, what kept you like motivated like every month to write it? Like, did you, because I think you know that I'm writing my own and I have abandoned it for 3 months because I guess I just got tired. So what kept you motivated? Did you say that, oh, I'll write like 5 pages this week, or what kept you motivated?
A lot of factors actually kept me motivated. Number one, mainly being the fact that tomorrow is not promised. Get me out this. Tomorrow is not promised. In the sense that if you don't do something when you are meant to do it, you may end up not doing it at all. You know. So just having that at the back of your mind that okay, I have this thing I need to do is I feel like that's enough motivation if you are really determined to get it done. You know, so just have that back of mind. Okay, you know what? I need to start doing this thing, and also set deadlines for yourself too, for when you want to achieve, so that you're able to track your progress. That's what I did for myself, except for that 1 month that I took a break. But aside from that, I feel like it's very good for you to set track records, you know, so that you're able to monitor your progress and keep up with your tasks.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of our Q&A session. So, move on to the guest testimonials, and to do this, we're going to have.
So just give her a moment. I think she's trying to settle down. But I think I'll just say a couple of things just to at least before she's ready. You know, I actually wish I would have been able to do a physical launch, you know, but that would almost seem impossible. This one is actually impossible because it would take a lot of finances, you know, which are not available right now. So I had to just make do with what I have, which is also very important, you know. In life, you may not have everything, you know, waiting for a good time at any point in time. And crazy enough, whatever it is that you're doing there may even have a larger impact than what you intended to do at first. So yeah, just make do with what you have instead of having to wait for the perfect condition. So I think she should be ready now. If I'm not wrong. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. It's such a privilege to be here. On behalf of myself and my dear husband, he was one that said, Ayo, you are the spokeswoman for the family. Please do this because we're thinking, he should go ahead, and thank you so much.
Welcome, go ahead.
We're so glad to have Oluwatosin become the latest author. Walking in mommy's shoes. And this morning, where we were just reminiscing in the living room, some thoughts came to us, and we all practically were tearing up. About 2 weeks ago, I had a near-death experience, and the thing is, if God didn't step in, this wouldn't be happening, most likely, or maybe it would have been something very quiet, because I was told that Oluwatosin said, no, mom, no, mom, no, mom, you can't go. No, mom, you can't go. You must be around for my book launch. He kept saying that. And I'm just so grateful to God that God made it a reality for us all to be gathered to share in Oluwatosin's story, his experience. Like he said, it's been a long, long, long journey, for him as a child. But God gave him victory and helped him to be able to overcome all the challenges that would have swallowed or swamped him up. I could remember there was a particular day when he was still in the secondary school. I was driving to school to meet him. And I just heard a voice, it was as if someone spoke into my ears. Ayodeji, step aside. It's been a lot of, you have to do this, you have to do that, the struggles that, he's talked about. And I just heard in my ears, Ayodeji, step aside. It was really so clear. And I looked around, there was nobody speaking to me. And there and then I said, Lord, if you want me to step aside, I will, but I need you to help me. I need you to help me. And from that point, we began to even see changes even in our relationship. Because I remember there was a time Tosin said she doesn't even want to come home. That he does not even want to come home, But we thank God for his journey. We thank God for how God has helped him. And we thank God for the grace God has made available to him to be able to pen his experience and to be able to be vulnerable even in the process. Because there are some things some people would love to keep to themselves and not share with other people. But Oluwatosin, you chose to tell the story as it is. You chose to share your life so that other people can take learning and become better, on their own journey of living. So we celebrate you, Oluwatosin. We celebrate you. We celebrate your tenacity. We celebrate your grit. We celebrate your resilience. And we are so glad the amazing young man, you are becoming. And we are really, really so proud of you. We are grateful to God for making you, to excel against all odds. We are so grateful to God for strengthening you, for upholding you, for giving you that the grace to see ahead and to move ahead. And we're just so excited, at the book launch today. And we know that for as many people that lay hold on the book, they will be able to glean one or two or three things from it. I read the book in a stretch, I picked it and I couldn't drop it till I finished reading it. Thank you so much for giving to our world. Thank you for choosing to be a human being and for letting others know that some things are possible or things are possible when we put our minds to it with God in the center of it. Thank you so much, Oluwatosin. We celebrate you, we love you, and we are just excited, this happened. I think Femi is, something is coming from Femi.
I think I just have to say something, even though I didn't have the intention earlier. Tosin, I'm so proud of you. Just like Mom said, we are excited about your achievement. As Mom was just talking, I could remember, that one of part of your book, when you had that issue that led to the suspension, and also with all the challenges that you had, over the years at that point in time for your academics. At some point, I'm very free to talk here. I haven't felt is Tosin really ready to go to school. Does he really want to go to school? That this investment is huge. Even for the fact that he has been to even had 1 year that you studied in Canada, University of that university that you were in Canada because of COVID-19. Visa was refused. I didn't put that story there. Maybe you would do another upgrade. But then I remember when I went to visit him in school with his mom, I was saying, are we really sure that Tosin really wants to continue on this track of academics? But we thank God that Tosin made up his mind. He's very resilient. He's very focused. He is self-determined. And there's so much energy within you, Tosin. We saw that. that you surmount this mountain, and that gave us the grace and the strength and the courage to keep supporting you. We're excited today. We can reflect back and be excited and be happy and bubble. We give glory to God and we thank God for your life. Keep being a great guy, a super guy. A lot of testimony we've heard about you, even from many quarters, even when you were in secondary school, it has always been positive. You don't allow those areas that looks as if to be negative to bring you down. You've always been up there. Continue to grow higher and higher. The Lord will always make a room for you. God bless you. I'm excited about it. And also for the fact, and last one, just on the fact that your first book launch, you decide to give back to the community, give back to the society. That also beats my mind. It beats our mind so much that we're happy about the kind of mindset that you have about life. Giving back to the community, giving back to humanity, and just see that you are in this world you are blessed to be a blessing. Thank you so much. We love you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. It's really, really nice. Congrats again on Tosin's success. I mean, in all things, we give God the glory. So it looks like Mrs. Adeshola wants to say one or two things. So Ma, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, this book launch will not be complete. Tosin was born into my hands. I remember I was away a day to travel out of the country when I had the news that his mom was in labor and she was going to have him. So I quickly rushed to the hospital and I was there when he was born. And since then, I've seen that great man in Tosin. I call him I'm his number one fan. When he was in school, I'm sure I didn't know he was going through all this, but I'm one of these people. I work with young people a lot. And whenever I see something, I always want to push it to them here and there. Angela is also one of my protege in those days when they were in Nigeria. So for Tosin, there was this particular time I pushed something to him on AI. I'm not sure even if he remembers this. And Tosin is this type of person that will say, Auntie, I have so many things to do at the moment, so I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to do it. So I pushed it to him. I wanted it to do it for me. I actually gave him my AI account and I said, do this video for me. So I was like, Auntie, I have so much to do. I'm not going to do it at this. So I reported him to his mom. And I said, Deji, bá Tosin sọ̀rọ̀, ó yẹ kí ó máa ṣe, tó máa fún ní nǹkan ṣe, you should be doing it. You should not just push it aside. Anyway, all said and done, he eventually came back and did it. For me, I was just fighting back tears as all this program was going on. For all the young ones here, we all make mistakes, and that's what we should all know. But our mistakes should make us. It shouldn't mar us. And one thing I will end with, which is my song, Deji said it at the end of our story, that God should be the center of everything. I will end it with, at the center of it all, it's you that I see. It's you that I see. At the center of it all, it's you that I see. It's you that I see. There is power in your name. Miracle upon at your name. At the center of it all, it's you that I see. It's you that I see. That's actually the song I sing at every time I'm in my low season. So for every young person here, everyone here, please make God the center of it all, and He will always be there for us. Congratulations again, Tosin. You know I'm your number one fan, and I will always be. Well done, well done.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very, very much, Ma. Wow. Thank you for the special number as well, too. It's really Tosin's life and Tosin's story It's definitely a testimony and a testament to the goodness and grace of God in our lives. So lastly, we're going to have Yewande Ajifolawe take over. So Yewande, you have to.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Sorry, my camera can be on, but I said I must say something today. Mr. Adishola says she's Tosin's #1 fan. That means we have competition because I'm Tosin's #1 fan. So we're going to have to talk later about that. But I just want to say, first of all, it's one thing for someone to write a book and you pick it up in a bookshelf and you read it. It's another thing for your friend that you know so well write a book. It's not just a book, it's like a body of their experiences, basically everything that they are in, pages of a book. And I'm just so, I respect Tosin a lot, but today, like, my respect just went through the roof. Like, when he first announced that he was writing a book, it didn't even click that it was a book. Like, when you just read something and like, oh, okay. But as I like continued seeing like the, what I call it, like continuous posts and announcements, I was like, oh my God, my friend is writing a book and he has been writing for 7 months. That's impressive. And I was begging him to at least show us a page or two, but he refused and said, okay, no problem. So when he announced that it was going to be out yesterday, I waited. I waited till, it came out, and immediately I got the notification that, oh, the book is available. I went to download it and I started reading. And I haven't even gotten, I've not gotten through the first chapter. I'm already like, I have zero words, honestly. I have zero words. I'm just immensely proud because some of the things that he wrote about in the book, I was there when they were happening. Like I can say yes, this actually happened, and I was around to witness it. Whether it's the suspension or some of the, wahala he had with girls, or just many things like that, like or the exams, everything. Like I was there down to the graduation day. I remember on graduation day, I looked at him and I was like, Tosi, we're actually standing here today. And I took a picture of him as I saw him, like, coming up the stage, and I was just like, wow. Like I remember days where we would say, especially when the suspension had happened, and we're like, you know what, God will help us, God will help us, God will help us. But I'm so happy that God actually did help you to say, like, I'm that's actually backing you up, and I pray that He continues to back you up. I'm immensely proud, as I've said before. I know that this is the first of many. This is not going to be your last book for sure. And you would have like physical copies of all the books that you write, even this one. I am saying it, and I know that God will do it, that if you want to have a physical copy, you will indeed have a physical copy. God will bless you. God will continue to enrich you. And I'm so happy that your parents are here as well. Like there are many people that write books, their parents don't care. Their parents are not there to witness, but I'm so happy that your parents are on this call. They've read the book, they are here to also like give testimonials. Like it's something so special. If I wrote a book, I don't know if my parents would be there. That's the truth. I don't know, but it's so beautiful to see. And you've always spoken about how supportive your parents are, and now I can see so clearly that they really are. And so, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, you guys are doing well. You're amazing parents, and I'm so proud. I'm just so happy to be here today, honestly. I really can't say, I don't know what else to say, but I'm just so grateful. And I'm so proud to say I am your #1 fan. Don't listen to anybody else. It's me. I'm your #1 fan. I'm your #1 fan for sure. So yeah, God bless you too. And I'll continue to support like anything I can donate, whatever it is, that you have a friend in me always. So yeah, I'm here with you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Yewande. Tosin is like, for this slot for your #1 fans, like, there's competition. Too much. What should I squeeze myself into? Is it #2? I'll be 1.5. Which one? Thanks. Okay, looks like so we're going to take the last person, Mrs. Tolu Fabulude. Sorry if I didn't get the last name pronunciation right, but you have the floor, ma. Thank you. Sorry, ma, are you there?
Sorry, I was mute. I was talking, but I was muted. There's lots of things I can say about Tosin. Tosin and I met in secondary school, and it's sometimes when I look at it, I'm wondering how we friends, because Tosin never liked me in secondary school. He has said it so many times. He never liked me at all. But I can't even sit down and say when did we start talking. But since we started talking, Tosin has been a blessing to me since that day, and I am. I can't say I'm a number one fan because everybody has taken the spot, but I tell him every and we're both agreed. So um I can't wait to read the book because I like reading biographies, I like reading stories, I like reading things that are motivational. And because of him, he's basically gingered me to do some things that I've been holding back. I'm like, if I do this, what will people say? But because of what he's done, he's basically like made me shut out all the noise and just go with the flow. I can't wait to see your book become bestseller by God's grace in Jesus' name, because anything can happen. And the other books you write will become bestsellers. I can see it in your future. You're going to be a great author like your mom. Like you said, you took her footsteps. So I am really proud of you, and everything that you want in this life, you will get it in Jesus' name. And I was telling somebody the other day, I know this might be weird, but I can actually take a press photo of him because he's done so much for me that I can't even begin to say. So that's it.
Looks like writing is in the blood. That's really nice. Fun fact, myself and Tosin. Ma?
Let me just
Sorry.
say, let me just say a line.
Okay.
Yes. I could remember there was a particular day I was seated on the dining table. I wasn't having a very good day that day. And Tosi came to me and he said, Mom, life is full of challenges. Get up. That was what he said. He said, Mom, life is full of challenges, because I was going on and on, rambling and on. I said, Mom, life is full of challenges. Get up. And it's amazing. I'm a coach, I'm a therapist. This is what I tell, my my clients. And I'm so glad that my son at some point could come to a point of saying that to me. I'm so happy he was a source of encouragement to me in that season, at that point in time. Tosin might